Throughout today, yesterday, and the day before, a lot of Georgia Bulldogs were coming off that board and going to the pros. So we're going to check in once again with Clint from Locked On Bulldogs because, I mean, why not? You're practically every player going off the team is going to the pros, right? So most recently we saw James Cook, a couple other people. Who can you talk about that's gone off the board today and what their impact might be at the next level?
Look, I don't know who lied about Nakobe Dean to get him to drop so
Okay.
much on these medical things. I have to talk about Nakobe.
I know.
He's one of my
I should have started.
all-time. Yeah, you should have started there. That's right.
Yeah.
He's one of my all-time favorite dogs. I love this guy. I think he has a chance day one, looking at the Eagles roster, to start and make an impact. Talk about a guy not only on coverage, but blitzing. If you want pressure on the quarterback, Nakobe's there. So I don't know who lied to get him to drop, but congrats on doing so. It worked beautifully, and he's going to be instant impact right away. And I also love James Cook to Buffalo. Look, that offense with Allen and trying to figure out who to contain on a run with maybe a little option on the pass and see James getting matched up. That is a ideal fit. And then lastly, Zeus to the Raiders. They declined, I think the Raiders just declined fifth-year option on Jacobs. And so now Zeus is the heir apparent to that, very similar running styles. And so it looks like he's going to be the guy plug and play going forward for the Raiders in the next couple of years. That's a great fit for him as well.
We've talked a ton about the defense. Obviously, that's kind of their namesake, right, at Georgia. But today, some of the running backs have been going. And we've seen in the past the SEC obviously has a presence with Alabama players getting drafted. But this year is definitely, and years past as well, but this year specifically, Georgia has been dominating. What is it about the coaching there that just makes them ready to, make that jump and immediately have an impact?
Once you hear from coaches and general managers at the Combine, Senior Bowl, everywhere they go, one, it is translatable coaching-wise. Kirby Smart and the whole entire defensive staff, as well as offense with Todd Monken, talks like NFL. If you go look at Todd Monken's offense, it's not a college-only air raid offense. It is a ready-made NFL offense. And then with the defense, Kirby Smart has these guys coming in. Their peak physicality, every single one of these guys is tough, fast, big, and strong. I mean, look at the Combine. And then secondly, they're able to translate the nomenclature. The language is just so easily relatable. So GMs go there because they know these guys are going to be groomed for the NFL so well. The coaching staff's done an amazing job. Scott Sinclair at the strength and conditioning just keeps on churning out these guys that look like freaks and test like freaks. And so those combinations make them ready to go straight into the NFL and make an impact.
And not that you guys need help with recruiting, obviously, as the champs, but I mean, that has to help as well, right? To know that you're going to be ready to make that jump when you're done with your time at Georgia. So are there any players left on the roster that can be drafted at this point? I feel like we've gotten almost all of them.
Yeah, that's exactly right. There's two more that should come off the board.
Okay.
One that I think is going to make camp after the draft. I don't anticipate Schaefer to be drafted. If he does, good on him. He should be. Okay. But Jamari Sawyer is going to be a stud. He played tackle for the whole entire year at Georgia. He is best suited as guard, it looks like, in the NFL. And this cat is smart. He can play center. He's a 5 kind of position guy, and he holds up extremely well. Look at the tape against Alabama and Will Anderson in pass pro, but also is a grader. So I think Jamari is going to be the next one. Heck, we got a punter going in round 5 or something. My gosh, it's just record upon record for Georgia right now.
I feel like next year we should just let you do the whole show because at this point I'm checking with you about every single person in every round. So Clint, thank you so much. Locked On Bulldogs, obviously many, many people to talk about. So check them out, their podcast for all of the Georgia Bulldogs that are making the jump.